up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. We are diving back into our bedroom makeover. If you have not seen the first episode, go check that one out and then come back here because we are going to be building nightstands from scratch. When looking at the design, I took to Pinterest to kind of get some inspiration. I kept being drawn to nightstands that have like open shelving of sorts, like either towards the top or at the bottom. And I found myself being drawn to black nightstands. But without further ado, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's get started. Alrighty, we're focusing on the base first. 4, 8, 10, 12 pieces to cut for one base. So 24 total. But I think I'm just gonna build one first and then go from there. These are gonna be the legs. The 2x2s are in pretty rough shape. Not terrible, but I am gonna just sand them down with some 80 grit just to get them nice and smooth. Sanded versus not sanded. You definitely don't want to skip this step. So we have our two side panels, and then we have our legs. We are just going to attach them like this, using pocket holes along the inside here. Because once the drawers are in, you're not gonna be able to actually see the pocket holes. So whenever you're doing pocket holes, you wanna strategically place them so that you don't see them on the outside. We're just gonna repeat this on this side too. I just have the mini Craig. It works great, it just takes longer. So because we're doing an open shelf at the top, we want to mark down 6 inches. And then I had calculated that the legs would be 3 inches. We have one side, one to go. Okay, it's the next day. I went ahead and cut some of the framing and supports by 1x3s, drilled some pocket holes. Since 2 of these will be on the forward facing, I did go ahead and sand it down just to make sure it was nice and smooth so that it could take like paint or stain really well. So I am thinking I'm just gonna try to attach this with wood glue and pocket holes to the frame and work my way from like the bottom up. I feel like that would be the easiest way to go about it. Also worth noting, if you've never worked with pocket holes before, you always need to drill at least 2 pocket holes. If you do just one, the board will try to spin on you. So learn from my mistake. I learned that the hard way. So one thing I did not consider is the placement of these pocket holes, because I could not put this piece exactly centered on this board because there's a screw in the way. So I wouldn't have been able to actually screw in this pocket hole. I built a base. I've never built furniture before. Just imagine it with me. Top, that's gonna hang over about a 1/2 inch on either side. This floating shelf, I'm gonna have to bang down here. And then 2 drawers. So I got the shelf on and then I just attached it again using pocket holes. But then I realized the back support was a little crooked, so I took it out, and then I realized that this actually serves no purpose. Maybe for like a larger dresser you might need it, but I think because this is small, it's not like it needs the additional support. So we're just gonna keep it out. Okay, good morning. We're gonna start working on the actual drawer boxes. Inside of the drawer is 21 inches, and the drawer slides are half an inch thick. So we need to take an inch off. The height, I'll bring this down to about 5 inches and 6 inches for the drawer height. Depth, 15 inches. But because these are inset drawers, we also have to account for the thickness of the drawer fronts, which is 3/4 inch. So let's build some drawers. Look, I made freaking drawers. Look at that. A lot easier than I thought, to be honest. Drawers have always really intimidated me, and they were super easy. It's just a box. I did start cutting dados, which if you don't know what dado is, it's kind of like a line that goes in the wood to slide the bottom into. Honestly, I started getting some kickback from the wood and it really freaked me out, so totally pivoted. And I just tacked on, I just glued the 1/4 inch piece of plywood onto the bottom and tacked it with my brad nailer. This thing is solid. Like, this bottom is not coming out. And I think it would be different if maybe I was building a drawer to hold like 100 pounds or something, but this is just a nightstand. So this works just fine. I did get the drawer slides, so I'm gonna go ahead and install those. I'm a little nervous about that too. I'm honestly a little nervous about this whole project because I've never done it. And it's all just kind of learning as I go. But, I mean, you guys are learning with me, so it's great. I'm gonna use a piece of 1/4 inch plywood and clamp it in place on this top piece because I don't have a back support here, and I want to make sure it stays level. Have functioning drawers. Now we're kind of at the fun stage. For more of like the decorative pieces, just to finish it off, I've already added edge banding, which it already makes such a difference. The purpose of edge banding is just to cover up the sides and unfinished parts of plywood, and it just helps create a clean finish. So if I have 2 different trims, one's a little thicker, one's thin. I'm thinking the thin, I'm going to wrap around this part. The thicker part, I somehow want to almost create just like a smooth transition, almost like crown molding. You do not need power tools to cut trim. You can just get these miter shears, and you can, you know, they have this angle here where you can like change the angle that you want to cut it. So I'm going to cut all of mine at a 45-degree angle just to create some nice corners. built this. Like, it actually works. Just pleasantly surprised, for sure. And you see how these details just took it from more like farmhouse to traditional. It just helped elevate it a bit. I honestly didn't finish the back because it's gonna be against the wall, and I feel like that's just wasting materials because it's not like I'm selling this. So I don't think the back needs to be finished. So all that's left is prepping it for paint, and then priming and painting it and installing the knobs, and then sealing the top as well. And then I have to do the whole thing again. I have to build it twice. But I think the second time will go faster because I actually like know the process now and am more confident in kind of each step of the way, whereas this one was really like figuring it out as I went. So I'm thoroughly impressed with myself, to be honest, like thrilled with how this has turned out. I hope you guys liked this episode. I know we weren't in the bedroom at all, but this is all for our primary bedroom makeover. So again, if you have not seen episode 1, go check that one out, and then stay tuned because we obviously have more work to do on the nightstands as well as just in the bedroom in general. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty, bye.